Hello, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching Papa Meat's video called Millennials Are The Worst. This just dropped like 8 hours ago for me. I enjoy Meat Canyon's videos, his Papa Meat channel, his Meat Canyon channel, and I'm an avid listener to his podcast with Wendigoon, the Creepcast. If you never checked out that podcast, I suggest you go watch it. While you're at it, also check out this video right here on his channel if you haven't watched it already. Obviously, all links to this video at least will be in the description below. And let's just jump right in and get watching, eh? All right.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come in and sit down because today we're diving into the cringe-inducing world of millennial core.
No. Millennials. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't have a problem with millennials. Some people really seem to. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm on like the older end of Gen Z, but I don't mind millennials as much. I used to find them more annoying, but I feel like they've chilled out a lot in the past few years. I think the hate for them is a bit overdone. Same way like hate for Gen Alpha is overdone a bit. It's still fun to have this sort of intergenerational banter, but now anyone who takes it seriously is they're being a bit cringy, I think.
Now see, I'm a Gen Xer. Growing up with the Gen Yers or the millennials, you could tell there was a storm brewing. A storm built on Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the biggest proponent of what makes them millennials. Are millennials the worst generation?
Well, I'm a millennial, so no. I think boomers are. Everyone blames boomers for how the world is now.
Boomers?
Yeah. What do you say, boomer?
In recent years, there seem to be growing tension.
It's true. You know, the level of blame boomers get mixed. Okay. It's weird to blame a whole generation for the thing as an aggregate, but there are some things you can genuinely lay as complaints toward boomers, the same way you can toward any generation. But, I don't know, at some point, Gen X is going to probably get blamed for, I don't know, not influencing anything for their entire existence. It's weird. You get boomers who are extremely influential, then Gen X is very quiet, and then millennials very loud.
Between generations. Constant criticisms get thrown around, from Gen Z being coddled and lazy to boomers being responsible for ruining the entire economy.
They're selfish.
They're shellfish. Though these debates will likely never end, one thing's for sure. Millennials are getting hit from all angles. It is an impossible battle. You're going to lose, all right? I feel like the majority of my viewers are millennials. It's a losing fight. Give up. Millennials, or those born from 1981 to 1996, get told they're lazy and have weak work ethic from boomers, and some even blame them for ruining the economy. Meanwhile, we're now seeing more and more of Gen Z go after them as well for being obsessed with nostalgia, being out of touch, and worst of all, being cringe. Which
Hey, okay. Look, there's a lot of things to complain about, but I don't mind the late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia. Some of the music, some of the clothing there, it kind of fits, okay? That's not the thing to get on their case about. If they're obsessed with it, yeah, you can tease them like you can tease anyone who has an obsession about anything, but that's not the major criticism to throw.
listen, generational hate, it just happens. It comes with the territory. It's like being fans of a sports team. You have your home team and then you hate everybody else. That's what it's supposed to be. Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
And inevitably, the oldest knows that they're not gonna win because they're dying. The youngest is always the one that's gonna win because of their whole lives ahead of them. And now millennials are in this spot where life has kind of kicked them around a bit. And there's still a little bit to go. Maybe your kids hate you. Maybe you're divorced. These are all possibilities for millennials right now. All right?
Student loan, your $200,000 student loan.
Student loans, and now you doing random sounds with your random facial expressions or doing really
Wait. Let's see if I can do it. Did I do it right? Did I do the thing right? It kind of just looks like I was like spazzing out for a solid 10 seconds.
Content in your car, which millennials love to just sit in their driver's seat of the car and perform Jim Carrey inspired comedy sketches. Or baby. That's another big thing. Millennial women love to do like the baby thing.
Oh yes.
Oh, I'm a little baby.
Horrible. You know
What?
I'm gonna throw. I have a little pipe bomb here of.
Look, if there's one thing you can trust me, Kimmy, to do, it's to introduce you to horrors you have never before seen or imagined. That is one thing you can always trust Meat Kenny and Papa Meat Hunter to do.
Cringe. Every once in a while, if I do this, that means I'm gonna hit you with a millennial cringe pipe bomb.
Oh no!
Here comes one now.
No! What?
It's horrible, isn't it? I'm blinded. And I'm like, get me out! Get me out! Millennials are the new boomers, and the roasting has reached its peak, with Gen Z now labeling their embarrassing antics as millennial core. Millennials seem screwed no matter what they do in any situation, and today we're gonna ask the question:
It's okay. Ow. Let millennials be a little bit quirky as long as they stay within the social boundary. Okay, they can be a little bit quirky. One millennial thing I don't like is a phenomenon called millennial writing, which is here's the writing where everyone is snarky and we can't take anything seriously. And he's right behind me, isn't he? Everything's ironic. Haha.
Is the recent criticism towards millennials warranted? Are they the worst generation? And is millennial core the worst thing to happen since, I don't know, the plague? Short answer, yes. Yes, it is. It's very bad. They are very, very cringe, and nobody is contesting this. So let's laugh at them together, right?
I can't contest that. They are kind of cringe.
First off, how many millennials do you think are going to watch this and get very offended? It's almost like a race war. You ever notice that? Like the Latin kings versus another thing. It's very much like that, where like millennials will be like, so they're trying to cancel Eminem, huh?
Now listen up, Gen Z, because I've had enough of it. This whole cancel culture. Damn, y'all are so sensitive.
Good luck with that.
I hope every single millennial watching this gets pissed off and writes a horrible, hateful comment.
And then actually, if you are a millennial, leave nothing but hate comments. Don't dislike the video. We don't want to.
No.
We don't want to hurt the video. We're just saying that, you know, it'd be funny if someone comes to this video and then there's just 10,000 comments of someone.
Ooh, wait, hold on. I've been having this video on half strength. Should I sorry if this has been quiet up till now. I'll turn that up higher. I'm sorry.
This is ridiculous. First off, trying to cancel Eminem? I doubt it.
Listen, little kitties, let me make this quite clear. This man was around even before you were here.
Well, the rim's loose, some shady. Please stand up. Really we gotta get our mojo flowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one.
It's very sad and quiet. But first, we should ask ourselves, what in the hell is millennial core? The term millennial.
Why did Walrus come up there? Well,
But first,
I thought he was going to talk about. I thought he was going to say. Oh, I misread that. I thought it said, "What is the walrus?" No, it's just what the walrus? That was that's definitely millennial. Okay.
we should ask ourselves, what in the hell is millennial core? The term millennial core comes from younger people reacting to how simply cringe millennials are in literally every way imaginable. There's no way out of it. In every way, millennials are cringe. Now, of course,
You cannot stop it. No matter how young you are, no matter what generation, eventually, one day, you too will be consumed by cringe. See, like that. See, I was just consumed myself right then by the spirit of being cringy.
every generation is bound to become cringe at some point, but sometimes it seems like millennials are fundamentally, objectively cringe no matter how you look at it. It's almost like a sport. It's almost like it is some kind of contest that they are trying to win. It's what they love. They love to be cringe. But I think it's because they were raised on movies, once again. Really blame the Jim Carrey effect, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s comedies. Look at them. And then look at how people, of course, they're emulating what they saw.
That's what I used to do. I used to watch just rom-coms and then copy to pick up women.
Name one example.
Well, this isn't like picking up, but you know how.
Well, that's already, you're going back on what you said. But...
in Gone Girl, there's a scene where.
Okay, first off, not a rom-com. Well, I just want to put just immediately Gone Girl is not a rom-com. Okay, it's a tragic. That's a horror movie basically. But go ahead.
I forget why he does it, but he like grabs her chin and pulls her in and kisses her. We went and saw Gone Girl, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that. And I thought it was.
How did it work?
It didn't work.
Yeah.
She didn't text me back after.
Yeah. Did she fake her death and everything too? Yeah. Well,
I used to work
That's rough, buddy. Ah.
with her. She didn't show up for work.
I hope you're alive. This video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. A well-lived life starts with rest, and nothing feels as good as waking up.
Don't skip the ad. This is a fresh video by him. Watch the ad, all right? Watch his sponsorship. I mean, you don't have to. Oh, you already skipped, didn't you? I know you. You skipped forward 5 seconds, and you're looking here, and you're going, "Hey, how do you know I skipped? Is he just been rambling on about people skipping for the last 5 seconds? Yeah, I have. Now it's 10 seconds. You know what I'm going to do? Get back to the video."
Up on a mattress that's made for you. So many of us are getting it wrong from the start because it all starts with your mattress. If you want to have the energy and focus you need to be productive each day, you need to be getting proper sleep. So why don't you get the Helix Sleep mattress to try? Helix has 20 unique mattresses all set to serve a specific purpose. If you're too hot at night or if you sleep on your side, they want to know. Before you get a Helix Sleep mattress, you take a sleep quiz to find out the perfect blend of what you need. You're finding your dream mattress. So people with back pain might need a different mattress than someone who prefers a...
Has anyone ever actually bought any of these products that, any of the products that heavily push sponsorships on YouTube? Has anyone actually sat down and watched those? I mean, bought those after watching them? I mean, I don't think I have, but I'd be interested to hear if you've ever, bought a Helix mattress. Is it actually any good?
Firm mattress. This quiz is very quick, but it takes your answers and recommends the best choice for you. I'm getting my best sleep on my Dusk Lux mattress. It serves my particular needs, and I have been getting deep, restful sleep each night. And it's amazing how much sleep can affect your mood and energy. I'm a bundle of joy. I'm getting more work done, and all it took was a few minutes to find out what I was missing. If you're not in the market for a new mattress right now, but you wish you could improve...
On paper, this is the worst way to sponsor. Look at, he looks exhausted. He has dark circles around his eyes. He is delivering this with zero energy. But with all that combined, it works great as comedy, and therefore still manages to be a decent sponsorship.
Your old one, Helix offers the perfect solution with their range of mattress toppers. They can extend the life of your old mattress and upgrade the comfort while not having to worry about replacing it. Or maybe you've got a Helix Sleep mattress already, but you want to improve your guest bed. Grab a mattress topper and tell them we sent you. Get the sleep you deserve.
Visit helixsleep.com/papameat to take advantage of their Cyber Monday sale extended and get 20% off site-wide.
Thank you so much to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. We've talked about Disney adults on this channel a lot. I talk about Disney adults more than I talk about my own family because it's fascinating. If I could go to school...
Who are Disney adults? Disney adults are... millennial-aged women who didn't get into the Harry Potter phase, but decided to get into Disney and then never grew up.
Or sociology or something, or anthropology just on Disney adults, I would
take that class.
I would absolutely take that class. I'm gonna look like, when I'm older, I'm gonna look like the Jurassic Park guy, except I'm gonna have just a giant 70 acres of just obese Disney adults.
And then instead of having a mosquito in that orb, it's gonna be the Mickey ears.
It's gonna be a half-eaten bit of a churro that someone ate, whatever. And I'm like, this has DNA on it, Sonny.
So wait, if you made a park, would it be a park filled with Disney adults?
It would still literally just be the wilderness.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd be walking around. But it would be something where everything's made of churros, and they'd still have the fans that make things smell like cinnamon and stuff. And there'd be one CRTV that's playing like Aladdin.
Oh no. It's okay. It was a short bit of Aladdin, I'll be fine.
That's what it'd be. And they would evolve him. They would be like the giant Disney adult with a giant neck. Eating from a churro tree.
This is going to be the sequel to his Meat Canyon sketch with the Disney adults.
Welcome. And the Disney adult phenomenon started with millennials refusing to let go of their childhood
Yeah.
and making it their entire personality, right? People translating, that's why Disney adults are so fascinating, is it's translating trauma from your childhood, using your safety blanket, which was Disney movies, as your entire personality now. The thing that made you feel that good, trying to reject all the bad things. Listen, I'm not a psychologist, but I just nailed it right on the fucking head. All right? And one man claims that the cringe millennials you'll see online are the equivalent to anime kids you used to see in school back in the day, like Naruto running the lunch line, who's holding like a giant binder, the thickest.
The common denominator here seems to be autism for that, right? Right?
Binder you've ever seen. 3 textbooks. Running to the line as if it's gonna run out of food. Well, it's because I like have so many minutes to eat, so I like to make sure I get there first. Squirrely fucks. Okay, I'm gonna make a public service announcement.
Do it.
Also,
Ah, no.
public service announcement. If you have a child, tell them and be like, don't run to the lunch line. If anything, if you're there first, just wait a second. Let a couple people trickle in.
I didn't use a locker, so I put every single book in my backpack, and my backpack was like this.
Why didn't you use a locker?
I didn't get assigned one, and I never asked.
Why didn't you just ask for one if you want to
I
sign
was
one?
too shy, so I just lugged around a giant backpack.
You know, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Ah.
You-
Hey,
you went to-
at least he never got stuffed in his locker. That would prevent you that too, huh? Do people actually get stuffed in lockers? Like, I know that's like a media thing. I've never seen someone actually get stuffed into a locker, though. Is this like a cow tipping situation where some people think it does happen or some people think it doesn't, or just one of those things that definitely does happen that I've never seen?
You went to the principal. Grab the principal's chin. You ever seen Gone Girl? He's like, what the hell? Yeah, they probably thought that you were like one of those army kids,
Oh, the ROC.
the ROTC kids, whatever. They had like the military backpack and you had combat boots on. You were like walking through the school. That's it right for. Kept trying to Gone Girl all the lunch ladies, rubbing their chin hairs and stuff. Naruto running the lunch line and making animal noises when getting too close, right? Basically what we call autism now, which we weren't really savvy on back in the day, which is true. You sat
Hey, I
there,
called
a girl
it.
would come to school with cowboy boots on and claim that she was a witch and cast spells at people. We called that person. That was rude. That's not even me saying that now. That's me reflecting and being like, that's just what happened. Is that nice, Nick? No. As a child, though, can you comprehend what that can do to somebody?
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh,
Right?
No.
No, you can't.
Look. Yeah, am I? Sure, yeah. I'm going to defend light bullying here, okay? Making fun of people as a kid for being really weird isn't that positive. Okay? Doesn't make, some kids have some issues. Yeah, occasionally, but I think most of the time it helps bring kids into line with just socially acceptable behaviors. Makes the weird kids not as weird as they could be, which I think is good. Okay, if you want to look at what happens when weird kids get too weird, you can go and look at millennials. Yeah.
You can't. All you can do is you're just watching MTV. I'm watching Next on MTV, and I'm just being like, haha, yeah, that person is rude.
Yeah, I'm watching. What is it? The Disney Channel, the cool one.
Disney.
No.
Oh, Disney XD?
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah, the cool one. Wait, what was the cool Disney? Were they the ones who did the... Come here, Minnie. When you're the most documented generation to exist, it's only a matter of time before every aspect gets picked apart. The millennial whoop, for example, is a cliche that gets made fun of often. Gen Z referring to the melodic pattern tons of millennials pop songs use, where they shout things like, whoa, during choruses rather than using actual...
Oh, people hate on the whoa. I think it works decent as a song filler, okay? I just think of it like vocal instrumentation, Like, instead of having a guitar riff or something like that, you just have a sort of catchy vocal noise. I think that gets overhated on. Like laugh tracks get overhated on. Okay? Those things are fine, and they work in some songs and some shows. Let them do what their whoa-oh-oh-ohs, okay?
George, right? Remember Fun? That was fun. Remember that? The worst
No.
generation of music, I will say by far, is from like 2009 to like 2013. Awful.
Name one song.
One bad song?
Yeah.
I mean, any fun song, any Imagine Dragons song.
Damn. I like Imagine Dragons. Ah. I liked Imagine Dragons as a kid. I still kind of like Imagine Dragons. I'm getting roasted by Papa Meat. Everyone gets roasted by Papa Meat eventually. You may not realize it yet, but you have already been roasted by Papa Meat at some point. If you watch enough of his content, you will be roasted by Papa Meat.
Which actually song fucking pissed me off the most, for being honest. The one that was like, though the truth may carry this ship will carry on. Whatever.
Yeah.
So follow close, my dear.
It's like a Mice and Men or something.
I think we got forced to sing that in school. That was, yeah. I don't like that one.
Is that what
Monsters and Men?
of Monsters and Men? Yeah, that one pissed me off to no end. Retrospectively, I can look back and appreciate LMFAO a little bit just for what it was. But I remember in the moment, I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here with these goofy fucks." CeeLo Green's "F you."
Oh, yeah.
When I was younger, when I was like a fat little boy, I was like, like twerking to it. Fuck you. That was me. But now looking back at it, horrible.
Huge millennial core energy right there.
Yeah.
I see you drive around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget
You. It's big old girls and big old boys listen to that too. Word. As if like that's their thing. The people who rejected them, that's what they're thinking. And I'm like, it isn't definitely that you're a donkey tooth fat fuck. I'm like, look in the mirror. Fuck you. You broke my heart. I'm trying to think if there's any more songs actually.
Katy Perry's California Girls.
California Girls was terrible. I like Dark Horse. I liked Extraterrestrial.
I like Katy Perry.
I didn't like Fireworks though.
Oh, I like Fireworks.
I didn't like Fireworks. That one pissed me off.
Fireworks Works is a decent poppy 4th of July song just to put in the mix. Other than that, I don't think I ever listened to it at all.
Did you like All American Rejects?
I had a Rhapsody MP3 because my family didn't want to buy me an iPod. And it came with that song. When darkness turns to light, it ends tonight. If that's millennial core, then I'll be millennial core all day.
I remember listening to that song and I said, "This is the greatest song ever."
It's so deep. I think my Rhapsody, I think I had 4 songs on it. I didn't have internet, so I could only get it whenever I went to my friend's house. And then they were like, "What? Is it just iTunes?" And I'm like, "No, it's a Rhapsody." And I had like it took forever to get songs on it. So I had the All American Reject song. I had Chevelle, I Get It, good one. And then I had Mudvayne's Dig. And then I think I had Crocodile Rock, Bell and John.
Very diverse.
Very strange for an obese little boy to have. My dad thought I was gay for the longest time when I was younger. Did I tell you about this? I thought I was gay, and then in high school, or then in college, I told him I was gay. It's a whole story. It doesn't matter. But
Why?
Yeah. He sat there looking at my phone, my Rhapsody, and he was like, Mudvayne cool. And he's like, Elton John, Crocodile Rock, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, big little ape titties. Yeah, dude. You can keep or remove it. I don't know. You can do whatever you want with this. There are also millennial pauses, which refers to when an older millennial films themselves and pauses for 1 to 2 seconds as their brains register that the video is recording so they can start talking. You know, a lot of people call that prep work, but it is the millennial pause.
Hey, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. You just want to double check you're not starting before the video. I mean, hey. Do I do that a little? Probably. Do I do a little more than 2 seconds? Probably. Will I get better on that? Probably not.
Oh, they do. Hey, how's it going, man? You see it a lot in cameos. Cameos a big thing. Sarah. Millennial pause. I think that literally because movies back in the day, like a newsroom would be.
Oh.
I legitimately think that's what the millennial pause originates from. This guy be like, 3. and then the person starts talking. Versus new generations that grow up like, oh, when I click this, it's immediately going, so I can be like, hey, how's it going? Immediately. I think people are like, I need just a second to prepare. Because also, too, I think that they jump the gun, so when they start recording, they cut themselves off. So it'll be like, hey, Sarah, but it'll be like, hey, Sarah.
Gotcha.
Or whatever. I feel like I'm really dissecting this whole phenomenon pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty accurate
Younger
assessment.
generations look at these people as geriatric or technologically inept, despite being one of the first generations to fully grasp the technology, which isn't fair because in the millennial generation, you have to understand there was probably 25 waves of technology. Home phones, wireless phones, wired computers, wireless computers, laptop. I mean, it was fucking everything. I remember someone was just like, yeah, it's a trackpad. And I was like, what? It's like, so you just use your fingers for it. And I was like,
did you have an IBM computer? The little red thing in the middle?
I remember the little
those
red
are still
thing.
kind of around.
People love those. They say they're
The
way better.
ThinkPads, that's what they're called.
ThinkPads, yeah.
Which is what every car salesman has. There are just some minor grievances that a lot of people have, but the most egregious offense of millennials comes when we dive into millennial humor.
Derp,
This would
I
not
just
be
fell
a
off my
thing,
toaster.
honestly, if the millennial humor was not the essence of hate. I think people would get past the millennial pause, and then people would be more empathetic. But because of the millennial humor, it ruins it spoils the bunch,
Yeah.
right? It's like the new generation of kids that have brain rot, Italian brain rot, all that kind of stuff, mixed in with like the
What
really
is that? What is
that have brain rot, Italian brain rot, all that kind of stuff.
is that? Is that an AI generated wooden man singing with an AI generated cup of coffee with a shark playing a keyboard in the background? What is the possible context for this? Thank you again, Meat Canyon, for exposing me to things I never wanted to see.
Mixed in with like the really, really bad dad jokes of Gen X or just like really shitty humor of Gen X, whatever, but it's mashed together. Right? It's the afterthought of that generation and the begin thought of the next generation. So it's like getting brain rot done wrong. And it's also like being offensive or stupid, like in the afterthought while trying not to offend anybody. It's almost like they learned from that generation, be like, well, that's a bit much. So they like censor themselves coming in here. And then like they're not doing the funny, fast quip stuff enough. So it's just this, it's just this gelatinous. For example, millennial humor often revolves around self-deprecation, leaning on how miserable one's life is as the punchline. While people living in a stressful world can see this as relatable, many chastise it for being a downer or even just like a little pity party, right? I think a lot of people see millennial humor in this way as like someone's looking for attention online. I'm pointing the joke at me so people can be like, no, and coddle you in the throes of a young person online who obviously feel like the world is ending and that.
I feel like I don't actually see too many of those posts anymore. I mean, I'll see like a couple memes sort of ones of that, but I think that's something that slowly started dying out as the people go, I'm so quirky and chungus. Oh, my life sucks. Yeah, those, but in a fun way, haha. Yeah, I haven't seen as many of those posts.
Everyone else is stupid and they're smart. So when they see this older person doing this, they're just like, why don't you get the fuck off the internet, old man? Why don't you go talk to a therapist or join the army or something, bitch? That's usually what happens. Another thing millennials often do is act like a fucking baby. Right?
I have not seen
Magnifying
this.
their speech and acting like children despite paying rent and suffering from back pain, right? So they'll like take old person symptoms and be like, oh, my back hurt.
It's cute.
I'll save that for you.
No.
A woman claps and dubs her voice with a baby laughing as she throws the zero candle off her 40th birthday cake, and the
That's that was hard to watch. Let's watch it again.
her voice with a baby laughing as she throws the zero candle off her 40th birthday cake, and the comments label it with the dreaded.
You don't look like you're at a big party. Do you need a cake that big? Do ya? Do you? Do you?
Millennial core label, while others reminded viewers that the woman is 4 decades old.
It's worse with sound.
This video.
It's one of the worst things ever. And then she claps and it's like the baby. It's, oh God. There's a lot of stuff too. I mean, I think we've already showed one of these before too, but it's like the girl with the pancakes and the IHOP doing that. That's millennial core. The phrase.
That's fine. That's it's fine. That's sort of like quirky fun. That's not really pathetic. It's not as cringy. And if you think me saying cringy instead of cringe is cringy, then you're cringe. Because adjectives exist things can be other things than just nouns and verbs. So, screw you.
Adulting, for example, is a common way to refer to doing anything you'd categorize
See, okay, I was just talking about replacing adjectives with verbs. Adulting is a prime example of that. And you know what? This is one of the things that is getting worse with younger generations. Is that right? Gen Z does it way too much. Okay? Gen Alpha, I think, does it too. You replace things that are perfectly good adjectives with verbs. Made up new verbs to sound quirky. I hate it so much.
as adult responsibilities. Yeah, I'm mowing the yard. I'm pretending I'm adulting this afternoon. This can range from the bare minimum of being an adult, from feeding yourself to doing your laundry. And most of the time, the joke is that adulting fucking sucks. I wish I could just be a kid. It's literally like a Peter Pan disease. I think the Disney adult thing, it will die with the millennial generation. Because I think millennials had like the quote unquote golden era of movies too and stuff and like properties. And now Disney hasn't done shit. I mean, what have they done?
Yeah. Don't wish you were a kid, young people. Instead, wish you're retired.
Nah, I wouldn't count that as Disney. Like, Disney to me is like, it has to be like the Disney movie, not just like Marvel. And even Marvel, like,
Yeah, they're going down.
which you could granted, I think kids look at Infinity War as like one of the great, like people will be like, you know, you had to be there. It's gonna be a lot of that. My dad took me and we cried in the movie theater, like that kind of thing. So there will be that.
Really?
But
Cried?
just be an actual where it was like Disney every year was just like banger, 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 banger. Because a lot of people are like, I don't give a fuck about Disney. They had their opportunity with Turning Red. Didn't land. Did not land that one. That could have been the time. I thought it would have.
Yeah, I guess it didn't.
It's a good back and forth. Some people find it to be cringe, but regardless, there is a plethora of adulting merchandise for sale across the internet, showing that millennials certainly still relate to it. If you see anybody that has adulting shirt with 1 star,
I hate the phrase adult.
adulting is, that might be my least favorite millennial core thing. It's horrible. The hat, adulting requires alcohol.
Ah,
Oh my
jeez.
God.
Do you think boomers made these, or is this?
No, I think it's 100% millennials. Another insufferable form of baby talk is the insistence on making every word cutesy in the same way, like the phrase doggo or pupper. Once again, horrible. Also, my least favorite of
Look.
all of the
That can be fine in like small bursts with some irony. But if you do it too much, there's a point where it stops being ironic. And that is a danger zone.
them is the term small or small bean. Because don't forget, bacon and beans were the funniest thing to millennials back in the day. You would go,
Hi guys, we have to make the entire English language quirky and cutesy. Stop it. Get some help.
over to the store to your homie's house and get beans?
With my spork?
Yeah. I really hated your laugh for that too. But the term small or small bean was also coined by millennials to describe anything that is innocent or adorable, right? My tiny doggo. Your tiny doggo is so small. He's a small bean. Those interactions were so common. Imagine like being a fly on the wall in an apartment. Just immediately fly
Yeah, I was
into
gonna
like
say,
into a
kill
gas
myself.
oven. Just immediately burn up. Look at that little fly. He's so small. In a viral video, one woman, speaking in a baby voice, joyously celebrates Taylor Swift's relationship with Travis Kelce, stating, "Taylor finally gets to be a small girl because Travis is a big boy." We've shown it like 7 times, but
Taylor Swift gets to be small girl with Travis Kelce because he is large boy.
Oh no.
And she gets to be small girl.
it's one of my least favorite videos on the internet. I had to show it again. I fucking hate that video so much. People in the comments were horrified to see that this
You know what? I've seen a video that's similar in concept to that, but 1,000 times better. It's I think it's by like either Alt Shift X or Glidus or one of those two Game of Thrones YouTubers, and it's a joke video. And throughout the video, it's just like, ah yes, Game of Thrones. Tyrion, small, mountain big, thing small, thing big. It was great.
video wasn't satire and was in fact a genuine video of a grown woman talking like that, which granted you have to, you know, she's borderline, she's a Swiftie, but that gets some kind of pass. If anything, there's a better example out there of probably a normal person
Censoring it makes it so much funnier. It's so much funnier.
Doing it and not just a brain dead cultist. So what do you do? Most of the time, millennials behave this way in private with their loved ones. And occasionally, however, their infantile behavior spills over into the real life. A woman is filmed at Olive Garden telling the waitress she saw that you could buy their cheese graters on TikTok. She asked if she could buy one. And when the waitress says yes, she squeals to herself with
No. Oh, jeez. Saying to a real person, I saw you could do this thing on TikTok. Jeez. Oh. I just took psychic damage from that.
glee, making an audible gasp when she finds out that it can be sold with the cheese. And then the worst part is she apologizes to the rest of the restaurant before shaking and laughing uncontrollably.
Yes. Sorry, everybody.
No, you're not. That's not uncontrolled. That is on purpose. Pretending it's not on purpose. That's performative. Okay, I refuse to believe that that's not performative.
I don't know what it is about millennial women going to chain restaurants and having to act up. What's missing, Nick, in their life? It's the thing. The IHOP
boyfriend.
No, Nick, wrong. They definitely have somebody locked down. I think they're with somebody they don't like, but they got somebody. Maybe if anything, it's a pick-me girl kind of thing to do. Do you think it's a humiliation thing to get rid of this guy so they can get somebody new?
I honestly think they're trying to be cute. They're like, I'm going to be cute and funny. Everyone's going to like me. That's their quirk. They're quirky.
You know what's
He's right on the money.
I feel like
yeah.
all the women that do this kind of they were like 6s in high school who thought that they were 10s.
Yeah.
And they never aged out of it.
No one told them they were ugly.
Yeah, they were a 9 in high school and no one told them, and then all of a sudden it's just the years battered down on them. That's probably really mean.
that was rough. Ooh.
Is this anthropological or is this just bullying? I don't know. Editor,
it can be both. No.
Another millennial comedy crime that's committed very often is the use of obnoxiously overexpressive faces and movements. The Jim Carrey thing. All the people
overexpressive faces, you say? What? I don't have those. You have those.
Saw the Grinch movie or all that kind of stuff, and they, there's that one guy on TikTok, Garth. You ever see him? That's all he does. He doesn't even say the words.
He's actually really good
he's trying
at that.
To lip sync, but he just looks like a psychopath. I don't know. He's like. It's very odd.
He just has audio playing over.
Yeah, but it's like I think he's trying.
Okay, no, the amount of facial contortion there is just genuinely impressive in that case.
To lip sync to it, I don't know, but people troll him.
I think it's called mouth chewing, right? Is that what it's called?
What else would you chew with? Would you have to call it mouth chewing? Perhaps because millennials grew up during the peak quirky humor, they often rely on almost cartoon-like behaviors and mannerisms. Which back in the day, I know that we say Jim Carrey a lot, but it was a lot. I feel like there was a lot of stuff of people like very weird characters and movies and stuff that kind of were, I don't know, spastic and odd.
Now it's anime. The anime expressions.
Yeah, now the new version is the autistic people doing anime expressions and stuff, or like the dances and stuff.
I never got the dances.
That kind of shit. To look, I think cool though. The difference is that the millennials think it's funny versus I think that the anime autistic people like it's like, oh, it looks cool or it looks badass or hot, that kind of thing. Because that's like the response to a lot of animation is just that like it's cute,
it's adorable, it's
right?
chibi.
Exactly, it's that kind of thing. One woman who goes by Auntie Lisa, for example, made a video expressing the intense joy she feels trying out the pumpkin spice cream cheese she found from the store. Which I know Auntie Lisa online. I think she's kind of a beloved character, but I think she in self-reflect, I hope that she would be like, it was a bit much. Or maybe it was just for the cringe and she likes the cringe take, but it was like pumpkin cream cheese, but she's like, which Auntie Lisa, she starts sniffing the pumpkin cream cheese and she like barks at it like a dog before sliding it onto her crispy bread and giving it a bite, which I think she even says a crispy bread.
For my crispy bread. I'm gonna eat my crispy bread right now.
A crispy bread.
Look, that is pretty cringy, but yeah, I'm not going to judge her entirely off of this one exposure I've had, okay? I should show some grace to the people who get shown these videos as examples.
Auntie Lisa appears to have basically a full-on orgasm while making a string of odd noises from eating the pumpkin cream cheese. It's funny. It's good stuff.
It's comedy.
That's legitimately...
That was cringy enough that it did make me laugh just a tad. if it was an effort to be cringy enough to make me laugh, I'm sorry to say it succeeded. Okay, it got a little snort out of me.
What my mom thinks is funny. She would see that and she'd be like, "Oh my god, that kind of shit." Fat people falling and that Italian dude on Netflix is like her favorite thing ever. The guy where every punchline ends like this. Sebastian fucking Monacuco or where the fuck his name is. Literally, he's just like, "I take the keys from the thing, I put it down over here. Why do I want to put it down over there?" My mom was like, "Yeah." Actually, let me see. Let me call her and ask her. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
What's the name of that Italian dude on Netflix that you think is really funny, the stand-up comic?
Sebastian Monaco.
Is he pretty good?
He's okay.
Okay. All right.
Am I on some freaking show right
now? She sounded like if there was a sort of platonic essence to what a boomer mother sounds like, that would be it. That was, am I on some frickin' show right now? That was, oh.
She says that she likes my stand-up comedy, but then she says I'm just okay. It's every joke is like that. Auntie Lisa, her other videos, they're no different. She's seen going about her day, whether it's working or eating meals and filling it with random bouts of bizarre sounds as if she's possessed by Jim Carrey. Which the comments on many of her videos...
This might sound a little mean, but do you guys remember when millennials were young? Like when they were young people? Now I feel old because I remember when millennials were young people. Jeez.
Seem to be from younger people claiming that she's peak millennial core and absolutely excruciating to watch, while others commend her bizarre behavior by saying she's cringe, but she is free. Which I want to say too, who gives a? It's your fucking social media platform. Do whatever the fuck you want.
She does that at work though. She like makes videos.
Yeah,
at work.
dude, because she's down to earth, man.
Don't do it at work though. When I'm working, when I'm on break.
You know what? More power to you. If you're working a fucking 14-hour nurse shift and you just want to do a little cringe pumpkin cream thing in the break room, I say good for you, man.
I think that's selfish. I think you need to think about everybody else in the room.
That's kind of true. Actually, that's true. If it's in a public space.
What if I've worked like a 12-hour shift and she's doing?
I mean, I would probably like I'd slowly put my hands through my hair and I'd just start shaking probably. But at the same, I mean, I don't know. I see something like this and it's just it feels more innocent to me.
Yeah, but just do it in another room.
That's fair. I would say that about any generations of shit. Don't do anything in a public workplace. God, there's a cream cheese. You're in the back room by the microwave, fucking heating up a lean pocket because you're trying to lose weight. Yeah. Oh, a spicy bread. Pumpkin cream cheese. Spicy bread. Eating a fucking boiling hot lean pocket on the outsides and completely ice cold in the middle. Just sit in the background, just listening to it. Online, there are plenty of millennials who make whole careers off showing their renovations. Despite being known for focusing on childlike wonder and whimsy as adults, they sure love to make their homes look like something straight out of a goddamn asylum. And most of their homes have zero color and feel soulless. They love to rip out wood features and replace them with boring
It's terrible.
marble and plastic.
It's terrible. Stop making everything gray and white and so. I don't have like some solid, like rich colors, some nice wooden fixtures. You know, make a home feel warm and welcoming. I don't know. You know, they're entitled to style their home how they want, but I wish it didn't affect the market so much. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to sell this home, we're going to have to redo it to be contemporary. Nah.
Dang, love the marble. Could you get it a bit more mute for me? Could you just turn down mute it just a bit? Thank you so much. Mute it. And you'd be hard pressed to find a single comment liking their work that isn't millennial. This applies to their businesses too. Earlier this year, there was a wave of people hating on millennial burger restaurants. And everyone knows what that is. You walk in, you're like, God. Out are the ways of the cool fast food establishments where they had a little bit of personality to stand out from each other. And now they all look like dentist offices.
Yeah, sterile.
They all have metal bar stools and call the appetizers and burgers shareables.
I don't mind the aesthetics so much. That it's sort of a nice, warm, but still professional aesthetic, okay? It's just a little annoying when all the places look like that.
Or handhelds. Pretty funny. Also, the bathrooms are usually like sitters and standers.
Oh, yeah.
One of those. Squatters and standers.
They're getting real creative with the signs, too. You can't even tell, like, what...
Can I go in there? You like look at the sign? Most of the decorations are exposed brick, Edison bulbs, maybe signs that have quirky phrases that would make any person want to put a gun in their mouth. Need I digress? You're looking at 2 burgers for $60, Nick.
That's a steal.
And oh god, but they're good. Is this local? It's good.
Is this grass-fed?
Okay, this is awesome. What is that, truffle butter? Can I have the burger in small? How many times do you think? That's probably been said a lot, dude. I'll have an order of the small fries.
I bet you there's a coffee place where, yeah, you get the small.
It has the standard, like, grande, tall, and venti, and then there's a small.
And a chungus, a big chungus.
My heart. Yeah, I'll take a venti decaf coffee. And what would you like, sweetheart? I think I'd like a Chungus black coffee. The caffeine monster's making me go crazy.
Oh, no.
Horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's so bad.
It's only natural for millennials to be poked fun at for their cringe behavior, which has led to an ongoing beef between millennials and Gen Z, and the results have been downright nauseating. Most adult millennials can't help themselves from being out of touch, but still attempt to make videos where they attempt to own the youngins, right? Hey, them kids don't know. You don't know what it's like to work with your bare hands. I love that's
You know what? This is why I respect Gen X. They mostly stayed out of it, okay? They mostly stayed out of the generation war. Okay, you've still got boomers going and trying to own the youngins, and you've got millennials owning the Gen Zs, and Gen Zers trying to own everyone. But Gen X, they're just like, let the kids do their thing. We've got important things to worry about, like, you know, having careers. And trying to buy a house.
Say sometimes. You don't know what it's like to work with your bare hands, kiddos. It's like, what did you do? You worked at a Subway. Yeah. In the mines, basically. Don't think I forgot about that. Oops, you dropped this.
No.
A woman would post a video of herself taunting Gen Z for how much better their lives were because they didn't have all the futuristic smartphones and were obsessed with social media. As they post this to social media, mind you.
There were no cell phones. There's no social media. We literally lived a life as teenagers that I would call fuck around and find out.
The woman stops for a moment, looks away, and sincerely says, God, it was fucking epic.
God, it was fucking epic.
He recreated it perfectly, but yeah, there's a decent point. I don't think all the internet connected devices and constant exposure to social media is healthy for young people's development. Yeah, I think there's a decent amount of research to back that up. Am I going to cite any of that research here? No, I'm not a freak. But just trust me, it's out there.
I hate Epic. I'm so glad that's gone.
Epic and Banff. All right, that's Banff.
Epic for the win.
Lay Epic. The lay stuff. I fucking hate the.
I'm pretty sure Reddit was like the breeding ground for
Reddit's the
core.
breeding ground for almost all of Earth's misdeeds. Almost all of Earth's misdeeds is caused by Reddit. 100%. Reddit and Twitter. If those two were gone, I sincerely believe that like the world would be a better place.
World peace. Yeah, I agree.
I do.
No. You've got to remember. Back in the 2000s, Tumblr was an origin point for a lot of terrible darkness. Okay?
I genuinely believe if Reddit and Twitter were gone, healing would happen. It would be amazing. Bring back
Zanga.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that
Zanga
is.
will the world heal. The younger generations continue to beat down this aging horse by posting ruthless videos parodying millennial humor, filled with all the expected cringe mannerisms and unnecessary dance breaks. The youngins, they'll always win. The young people will always win. They're revolting against something that they truly hate. You know, people like to throw around the word punk a lot. To me, that's what the punk movement is. It's just younger generations being like, I fucking hate the older establishment. That's all it is. It will always be that way. Even if it comes across as the most juvenile bullshit, it's still gonna win. It will every time. Also, think to yourself for a second.
He might be right.
Let me just say this. As you grow older, one of the saddest things you can do.
I said this earlier. Cringe is coming for all of us. It gets us in little bits here and there, but eventually there will be a point where you two are overtaken by it, where your very existence will be infested, inescapable from it.
Past, right? It's just true. No matter how cool and epic you thought your generation was, there will always be a newer and younger group of people who just think that you're fucking embarrassing. That's just the way it will go. And the generation that's making fun of you, they're gonna get made fun by the generation that comes after them. It's a tale as old as time. And all you can do is keep to yourself for your own good. If it makes you feel better, know that the cringe comes from us all. So let the younger people enjoy the moment while it lasts, because the cringe is coming for them. And I will say, the millennial mark is the torch runner for every future generation. Millennials are the first people to know what the internet is and basically be the guinea pigs for every fucking giant company that's been experimenting with social media and all this stuff. Products, all kinds of shit they're throwing into your hands. So of course they're gonna be the brain dead bastard child of this new wave of technology to our downfall, basically.
So what you're saying is we can basically blame Jim Carrey and the internet for millennials. That's the assessment everyone got, right? Okay.
So just know that though the millennials might be cringe lords, they're like cavemen. Without them, we would not have fire. We would not have the wheel.
Do you remember when memes were just pictures of animals with text?
Memes would be pictures of animals with top text and bottom text. Also Conspiracy Keanu, Velociraptor. These were the funniest things on fucking Earth. But you know why it was funny? Because the older person next to you would be like, what is this? And you'd be chortling and sniffing and laughing at yourself because you're on some stupid website that
You just don't get it, man. You just don't get it.
only people your age were on, and that was like the magic of the moment. Now it's outdated and it's shitty, and also too, kids are just smart.
Yeah,
kids are creative and quick-witted and fucking smart because of this like quick response internet age thing. So of course there's gonna be a millennial pause because we had dial tone back in the day. You guys will never have to deal with dial tone, that kind of shit. I don't know, it's just interesting. But I will die on this hill by saying that millennial core is the worst. Maybe we're millennial core, Nick.
I do unironically now say plogs.
Nick says plogs.
I don't. What is that?
I think it started as a joke, but now I think he like actually gets pleasure out of it. Like he comes just a little bit every time. So that's fun. So maybe we can just, if anything, if we're millennial core, maybe we can be your guilty pleasure. Until next time, guys, we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. That was Papa Meat's video. Millennials are the worst. Do you think millennials are the worst? If you hate millennials, please comment it down below. If you're a millennial who hates millennials, please comment it down below. If you're not a millennial and you like millennials, please comment it down below. If you liked this video, please like the video and comment down below. That's right. Okay. See you later, and I'm out.